and these people are putting my health and quite literally my life in jeopardy if they try and take this
don't
away.
worry about that, because nothing's getting through this Senate with Trump's name on it. Nothing. There is no health care plan. There will be no health care plan well into 2018. It isn't going to happen.
It ain't going to happen in 2018 just before the election.
You know what? That would be great. His agenda is DOA. His tax plan is dead. His health care plan is dead. Anything that he can't do by executive order is a non-starter. Just want everyone to know. This is what he has done to his own presidency. He is his worst enemy. He might be our worst enemy, but he's also his.
By the way, and also if you're looking for a good sound clip just to show how surreal we've got, there was that spokesperson for him, the one with the Nazi pin he always wears, the one from Hungary.
Sebastian Gorka.
Hey, Gorka, that's right. Who? By the way, I keep saying just looks like one of the characters from The Strain. But if you know the show, you'll know the character I speak of. And basically, this guy was like saying, "Well, what he says in tweets, that's social media. That shouldn't matter." It's like they're reduced now to just basically saying what he says in social media we should ignore. This is how far we've come.
Yes, but then today the White House made a liar out of him and Kellyanne Conway, who were saying it's just social media, by saying, no, when the president tweets, it is the president speaking to the world. It is the official position of the president. It is his policy. They actually said that today, making Gorka look like the moron he is.
Just remember, using the term liar and Kellyanne Conway.
I know, stop trying to do shit. He keeps on sandbagging his own people, which is why he can't get anybody to work for him at the White House. This is a guy who came in promising jobs, and he can't give them away. Because having Donald Trump on your resume now is like saying you were in charge of customer relations for United Airlines. It's like putting product safety, Samsung. Or writing for Bill Maher. Do you know what I'm saying? You just don't want that on your resume. Nobody does. Nobody wants that on their resume. The only reason somebody would work for the Trump administration is for the health care, the government health care. And that's it. And that is it. Sherry in Chevy Chase, Maryland.
Hi, Randy. I wanted to talk about the fact that what I think is going on is I think we are currently in a cyber world war.
We are.
I think that's officially what it is now. The problem is that we have operatives that are in the White House. Jeff Sessions, Pence, Trump, you name it. They've all crossed over.
Yeah.
The problem is how do we retaliate? How do we defend ourselves? Because democracy is under attack.
Yes, and that is
it's
why
under attack the world over, the whole world.
I know, and that's why my boyfriend is James Comey, because he will save us from this. And so I believe Admiral Mike Rogers tomorrow will talk about what he knows as head of the NSA with regard to this document and this girl that's in jail, signaling to all of us that, yes, there really is a cyber war going on in real time that's being conducted by the Russians. This is an NSA document. Admiral Mike Rogers is the head of the NSA. The fact that she's in jail means these documents are real.
Right.
And so You're right. We are in the middle of a cyber warfare. We're right in the middle of a cyber war. And we have a president who's a traitor. That's the word everybody's groping for. He is a traitor.
He's a traitor.
He really,
and
he's also nuts. I wouldn't be surprised if one day he fired the entire communications team, got up to the podium, took a bat up there and bit its freaking head off.
Yeah. And it's not just America, though. That's the thing we have to understand. And I've been worried about this since 2000 when the .com crashed and they didn't hire up all those programmers that we had available to us. We didn't do that. And what's Russia doing? Russia is creating built a huge cyber army. That's exactly what they've done, and they're attacking NATO. They're going after and we have all these young people that do not understand what NATO is about. And what I'm worried about is this is going to cause a civil war within the United States too.
Well, that's what scares me is that, the 36% that still support him, you're going to have to pry them off of him with a crowbar. They're stuck to him like freaking Velcro. So, yeah,
that's why he's going to live tweet on Thursday, because he doesn't want them to listen to Comey. He wants to distract them so they don't hear for themselves. He wants to spoon feed them the problem so that he can keep a hold of that 36% that won't let go.
Yeah, you're right.
You can't let them listen to that by themselves or they might get the truth. They have to have a distraction.
Well, let's wait and see what happens tomorrow. Yes, I am aware that, Robert Costas over at CNN did break the news, the bad news that Trump was going to live tweet Comey's testimony on Thursday. But don't forget tomorrow. Tomorrow is a very important day. Tomorrow is the head of the NSA, Admiral Mike Rogers. Remember that this girl, reality winner, you can hardly forget that name, is sitting in jail right now. I'm guessing it's Leavenworth. I have no idea where they brought her. But she's sitting in jail right now because they agree that this NSA document is real and that it is a top secret document that clearly shows that the Russians are conducting a cyber war against the United States' most precious democratic process, which is our elections. And she wouldn't be in jail if this document wasn't real. And of course, it was generated by the NSA, and Admiral Mike Rogers is in charge of the NSA. So make sure you're watching this tomorrow. Obviously, meet us here, 4 o'clock Eastern. It's going to be crazy for us trying to get all this stuff together, but we'll do it. You know we will, even if we have to do it live. Honest to God, we'll get this. We'll get this.